So some of us are not healing properly. And I said us, all right? I'm not excluding myself, okay? But some of us are not healing properly because we're not taking the proper accountability for ourselves, okay? Um, People, yeah, say you gotta forgive and forget and, well, don't forget, whatever. You gotta forgive and move on, things like that, okay? And it's like people are not, they're cool with telling other people what they did wrong, and telling people how this person wronged them and that person wronged them and da 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 and all this type of stuff, right? And it's probably true, okay? And that's cool, but it's like you also have to take accountability for the things that you have done in your life, because everybody is not squeaky clean, okay? Everybody ain't squeaky. Nobody is squeaky clean. 110,000%. Somebody done kicked the puppy once time, or you know what I'm saying. Somebody done knocked over a mailbox, or somebody done hurt somebody, betrayed somebody. Just from the smallest thing to the biggest thing, right? It's like nobody's squeaky clean. So it's like you have to understand and understand that there are things within you that are blocking your blessings as well. It's not just other people, okay? And until you're ready to take accountability for the things that you know you have done wrong, and for the parts that you have played in certain situations, and start healing from that side of it, it's not even gonna matter. All right? It's not even gonna matter how much you forgive people for what they've done to you. That's the easy part. That's step one. That's the easy part. All right? The hard part is taking proper accountability and responsibility for the bullshit that you have done to other people. You done something to somebody at some point in your life. You lied to somebody, you wronged somebody, you stolen something from somebody, you lied on somebody. I think I said that. No, lied to somebody or lied on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You participated in running and spreading some sort of gossip about somebody, or you've had negative thoughts about somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's something that is recurring, that keeps showing up in your life, that you're doing, that you're not taking accountability for and correcting. And that's why you keep getting trapped in the same old cycles, doing the same old thing. Because karma is a wheel. Karma's going to keep coming around and coming around and coming around until you learn your lesson. All the time, the lesson to be learned is not to do with somebody else. It's to do with you. It's to do with your own demons. It's to do with your own trauma. It's to do with your own wrongdoings. Okay? It's not always somebody else's fault. And that's why a lot of us are not healing, because we're not willing to accept the fact that we are not perfect. Like, damn, maybe when I said that was out of line. Maybe that was out of pocket. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? You know, small things like that. Maybe that hurt this person's feelings when I said this or when I did that. Yeah, it's the small things. You know what I'm saying? Start there, because then if you accept those things about yourself, the small times that you may have messed up, like I could have said that a little nicer. I could have avoided the situation altogether. I didn't have to go that hard. I didn't have to do that much. Or, start there. and then just work your way up to the big shit if you have some big shit. But apparently, if the same lessons keep coming around for you, either you're messing with the same type of people all the time and not getting no results, either your life isn't going anywhere because you're so busy focused on what the next person is doing, if it's whatever it is, apparently there's something that you're missing because the same thing keeps happening. So take time and reevaluate the situation. Either you haven't properly forgiven who you needed to forgive for you, okay? Forgive them for you within yourself. Don't have to be to their face or whatever, just for you. Or and you haven't forgiven yourself, and you haven't taken the proper accountability and responsibility for the part that you may play in a certain situation. If you find yourself always being with the same type of men or the same type of women and the shit ain't working, you just keep getting knocked upside the head. Like I'm seeing like y'all know on the cartoons when the car run over like a rabbit or something like that, and it just keeps rolling up under the wheel, like bumping their head, bumping their head, bumping their head on the pavement. Yeah, yeah, that's what karma does. That's what it is. Okay, God's gonna keep giving you the same lesson until you learn it. It's gonna keep coming around, bumping you on the head every time you go out and deal with the same type of person that you know you shouldn't be messing with. Every time you rekindle a romance with an ex that you said you weren't gonna mess with no more. Okay, every time that you let these people back in your life that you know been sitting over there talking about you behind your back, every time you sweep shit under the rug, whatever, that shit's gonna keep happening because you keep allowing the same things to happen, and you're going to have to keep on bumping your head until you learn that lesson. Accountability and responsibility. It's your responsibility to take accountability for your part in things. Your part doesn't have to be bad. Maybe you just a really genuine caring person or something like that. Maybe you just love, okay? Or you know what I'm saying? You just really out here really trying to find love. You really out here really trying to put good vibes out there for people and really trying to be a good person. But there's people around you or situations that you keep putting yourself in or allowing other people to put you in that's making that karmic lesson come back to you because you haven't gotten rid of these people, because you haven't properly set your boundaries with these people or in these situations. That's why the lesson keeps coming back around. It doesn't have to be because you're doing anything wrong. You're just a kind-hearted person who want to give everybody a chance, okay? I don't know. For a lot of people, okay? Some people really are assholes, all right? And they ain't gonna never learn their damn lesson. They gonna be up under the wheel for eternity, child. But I'm not talking to those people. I'm not talking to those people because they karma, they will gonna be going in the opposite direction, okay? But that's not why I'm here, okay? But anywho, yeah, so even if it's terrifying, and it is shadow shadow work, getting to know your true inner demons, your inner self, your dark side, because we all have one. Getting to know that dark side can be scary. Healing from your childhood traumas and talking to that little inner child can be scary. It's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be hard. You ain't gonna want to deal with it. You ain't gonna even want to even tell yourself the truth sometimes when you're going through all of these things and healing, going through this healing process and really, really digging deep and getting to the nitty gritty of who you are and why you are the way that you are, and healing from those things that you don't like about yourself, or that you feel like are holding you back. That shit gonna hurt. That shit gonna be hard. That's gonna be some emotional ass shit for your ass. Do you hear me? It is. Not gonna lie to you. And it's gonna feel like a never ending process. And it's not gonna be, because you're never gonna be 100% healed, especially like that. You gotta do the work though. You got to do the work in order for things to start changing in your life. You got to do the work. You got to push that fear, not even to the side. Push that shit outside, out the door, out your mind, out your life. Push that fear all the way away. Embrace the darkness, okay? Get to know it. Because that's the only way you're going to truly get to know yourself, and the only way you're going to know what I need to keep and what I need to get rid of. Yeah, I have a little attitude sometimes, but I don't feel like there's nothing traumatic that happened to me for me to have an attitude. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I need to heal from. This is hypothetical, and I'm telling you guys. Or it could be me, child, probably is. But anyway, it's like there's nothing that I need to heal from. Okay, this could be hypothetical because I'm like this now that I'm saying it. Sometimes I just have an attitude, but it's not because of anything traumatic. Okay, that could go in the keep pile. Cool, I'm gonna have my little attitude because sometimes people have me fucked up. Cool, keep that. All right, but then you're like, oh, I don't like it when people yell at me. Why don't I like it when people yell at me? Why do I feel like retreating into a shell when people raise their voices? Why? Maybe your parents argued a lot when you were younger. Maybe you've been in a toxic, abusive relationship with somebody who always yelled at you and put you down. So when people do that to you, it triggers you, and it probably triggers your attitude. But that's just part of it. But that not being yelled at thing, all of those triggers, that needs to go in the go pile. You need to work that shit out. Every time you come up with a trigger, oh, okay, let me sit here and dissect this and figure out how I can not be triggered by this ever again. When somebody yells at me, count to 10, okay, smoke a blunt, yell back at their ass, get that attitude going, revved up, okay, whatever. But you have to handle it a different way than you've been handling. If normally people get loud at you and you retreat and go into a shell and you want to cry and stuff like that, no. Rid of that. Because you're going to forever have that trigger if you don't get rid of it. If you don't do something to combat it, you're going to forever have that trigger. Now you have to, the thing is to acknowledge that trigger and then figure out how for what you need to do so that it no longer triggers you anymore. Okay? So the next time somebody yells at you, you're gonna know what to do. You're not gonna retreat into your shell because you did the work, because you healed, you figured out why it is that you don't like this, and then you figured out how you're gonna deal with it and how you're gonna apply that to your life. And then guess what? Your vibration just got raised a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. Okay? And the more you do those things, the higher your vibration gets. All right? Listen, that's the healing process. That's the taking accountability and responsibility. That's what it does. And when the higher your vibrations are, when those vibrations starts going higher, it's gonna get easier. And your eyes, everything is gonna be clearer. Like you're gonna start seeing shit for what it really is and seeing people for who they really are. And you're gonna start having all these damn epiphanies and these damn eye-opening moments, and you're gonna be able to look at a motherfucker and just be like, you look like trigger number 17. Absolutely not. Okay. Y'all, I'm laughing, but I'm for real though. But yeah, so I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. That was just my little thought for today. And maybe I'll be back with more later.